Okay, this is lesson 3. Off the last lesson where we talked about kind of the guard, this is a good place to talk about the blindside strategy that's used in William Cheung's Traditional Wing Chun. You also see it in boxing. We're going to be making use of it. You'll be seeing it as we go, but I thought I'd at least give a little quick explanation of it so it'll make more sense when you see it when we're doing technique stuff later on. Remember we talked about if he's got a guard up, right? Whatever guard he's got, one hand's extended, one hand is back. This is the outside. In Traditional Wing Chun parlance, this is also called the blind side. And the idea is I want to be on this side of him rather than straight in front or on this side, because if I'm over here with his arm is extended, that limits his ability to use that rear hand. He can't really bring that rear hand to bear without refacing or angling towards me. So if I can stay on this side and keep him turned, I've greatly limited what he can do in his defense. If I'm right in front of him, then I've still got to deal with both arms. If I do something, I step out here, then I definitely have to deal with his rear hand. Does that make sense? So, as a consequence, you're at an advantage to stand in a mismatched lead. A matched lead would be if he's got his right side forward, I've got my right side forward, so we match. A mismatched lead is he's got his right side forward, so I put my left side forward. And by having my left side forward, that allows me, as we're moving around, to use my footwork to be working to get over to this side as much as possible, to go to his blind side, to make it difficult for him to use his rear hand. So, unlike boxing, which may just take one lead and keep it there, we're training a martial art, so we're going to train the left side forward just as often as we train the right side forward, because you've got to be ambidextrous in a martial art, being able to switch and move, because you don't know what your opponent's going to be doing, whether he's going to be in one stance or the other. Since most people have some boxing influence, even martial arts guys, they tend to stand with their left side forward. It's because they've grown up seeing fighters do that. It just seems to be a habit. So it makes sense then to train more with our right side forward to face that kind of thing. So again, the blind side is getting over here. Vasyl Lamencheko, he's gaining a big reputation. He's up and coming. And he is a southpaw fighter, which means he fights with the right side forward, which most guys have the left side forward. And this is one of the key strategies he uses, is getting to the blind side, where he'll throw something like this to get the guy's attention, right? Boom, boom, and then he'll step out here and dig this in on this side, right? And he'll purposely move around and try to step out and get over here so he can work the guy. Being on that blind side makes it difficult for him to turn and reface. And we'll work on various footwork stuff to get there. And something as simple as if he's punching at me and my guard is up and he's crossing center, right? Boom, I could stay right here. I could stop that, right? And trade with him, but then I'm in danger of that arm, right? But I can do something as simple as using Wing Chun's Bong Sao. So I'm here and he's crossing center, so I just turned it real quickly, and now I'm on his blind side. And all it took was, as his force came in, boom, to roll it off. And I got to his blind side versus standing right in front of him and fighting. So that's one of the key strategies we'll use, is whenever possible, not to stand nose to nose with the guy, but get to that blind side. Thank you.